Do you know, I think I've got it, Sally. I'm not sure, but I think we have. Let's just see if anybody comes along. Hello there. Have I got anybody in, and can you hear me? I'm trying a different method. Let me know if you can hear or see me. The Rough Rooster. Hello. How are you, buddy? Nice to see you. I've been enjoying your videos recently. I don't always answer in them, but I've been watching a lot of your videos. Slick Slicers, how you doing? How's the sound? Okay. Hello, Aisha. Or Aisha. Nice to see you here. I'm doing this on my computer, which is probably why the picture isn't as good. I have a very old Sony Vaio, but I was having real trouble with my phone. It was just not picking up a signal strong enough. That's good. Glad to hear it. Well, I'll just come on for a wee chat. Nothing more. I am bored stupid of lockdown, and I could think of nothing better to talk to somebody about knives. Here in the UK, just to fill you in, we're still on lockdown. It's been about, how long is it now? About 7-8 weeks. And I am just fed up with it now. Look, I know there's a reason for it, and I know why we're doing it, but it does get a wee bit tiring after a while. Normally at this time of year, me and Sally would be down at the caravan doing all sorts of nice things, like sitting in the veranda and watching the world go by. But unfortunately, we're stuck at home, and it would be nice just to get away. We live in a wee small apartment, so although we have nice gardens around the apartment, don't get me wrong, we're not trapped here. My hair's starting to grow back a wee bit, not much, but still another few weeks to go before I get outside properly. I read this one of the US government just puts $1 million in riot equipment. That's not a good thing to be buying at the minute when they need surgical masks. I haven't a clue what way it's going to go here. Northern Ireland, although we're in the UK, each different region like England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland are all doing a different undoing of a lockdown. So England have started to let more people go back to work, whereas here in Northern Ireland they haven't. So we're still a bit behind England. The whole way through this virus, we've been about 2 weeks behind. So I'm sort of playing that in my mind that hopefully there's only about 2 weeks to go, and then we'll see what everybody else is getting. Just buy more knives. I'm spent out. I spent at the beginning of the lockdown. I spent too much. Lost you for a moment, but hearing you loud and clear as well. Hi, Paddy. How you doing, Kurt? It's nice to see you. I enjoyed doing that wee video you suggested the other night about. I can't remember what the title was, but I enjoyed doing it anyway. Nothing unusual for me to forget. What was I going to say there? I'm lost. Oh yes, knives. Buying knives. I have my AdSense money comes in. I get about £60 a month from AdSense, so I'll probably be buying I'll add money to that, and I'll probably buy a nice knife at the end of the month. Now I don't know what I'm going to buy. I've got about 4 budget knives, i.e. Rough Riders, that I bought there, ones that I actually wanted for the collection, ones I didn't have to review yet. So they'll be coming up. I've a couple of half decent ones to review. So I'll buy one at the end of the month, and that'll keep me going for another wee while. Although, to be honest with you, there's not a lot of knives out there I want to buy. I don't know what anybody else is like at the minute, but Jock of Ages, how you doing? Kiefer, nice to see you. Oh, a Protect Strider SNG. How I wish. That is a lovely knife. Although I would love the wee PT. I quite like the wee Protect PT. Good morning, Krista. It's at the minute there's just all the knives are a bit samey. There's just this mad influx of people releasing knives all at the one time, and I don't keep up with that. I couldn't financially keep up with that. And neither do I want to be honest with you. It's funny, I've knives sitting in front of me here that I was pulling out and then decided to do this. It's taken me about 20 minutes to learn how to do this. Jock of Ages, how you doing? Nice to see you. I've got an Arkansas stone. So to be honest with you, it's so expensive at the minute, and you see the postage to the UK, it would cost you a fortune. But I have an Arkansas stone. One of my viewers had sent it to me, and I've used it, and it's different. That's my wee Sally behind me there. It's different. I don't know whether I overliked it, but maybe I need to go back and have a. That's probably what I will do. There's wee Sally. Hello, everybody.
He doesn't need any more knives to listen to him, and he's not spending his AdSense on a knife. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Thankfully, wee Sally's only joking. She's good. I get my pocket money every month, and I can do what I want with it. That's the first time Sally's ever been in a video. Yes, I've got an Arkansas stone. I'll maybe get it back out and have another wee go at it. There's another idea for a video that I want to do more. Hello, Tony. How are you? Tony's just come in there. She didn't see your name up, Tony, but she would recognise you out of most people. Ron, how are you doing? It's nice to do you. No, I didn't get a haircut again. It's growing. That's how short it was. It's actually starting to grow a wee bit. I can feel it now, starting to move. Hello, Alex. How are you? What a lovely bride. I am. I'm very fortunate. I have to say, I'm very fortunate. She's very patient, as you would need to be living with a paddy. But yes, knives at the minute. It's just a massive production knives coming out that all get to look a bit samey, and I don't even want to keep up with it. Hello, Chad. How are you doing? Kutu from France. You're very, very welcome. Did you like my French accent there? Yes, I really haven't seen anything. The sprint runs coming out in the Rex 45. Never really tried it. I keep wanting to go up and try and maxim it, and I keep thinking, well, what am I going to use it for after I've tried it? And I keep putting myself off it because I mean I have S110V knife there. I mean I definitely don't anything harder than that. That just lasts for days, and I like sharpening anyway. So most of the knives I use are S30V. I mean I just use this is still one of my favorite. And the knives we've got down here are old knives that I've had. Ron Breeders completely agree on the Suzami knives. Yeah, you just couldn't keep up, Ron. You really can't. Doggy Dave, how are you? You're welcome. And there, the Tony's here. This was one of my high-end knives I got at the beginning from Tony there. This is the 450, ZT 450, and he had it anodized and all for me. This is as good a knife as any of the ones they're bringing out. So I really do struggle to buy an awful lot of the modern folders, if you know what I mean. I've been sitting playing. Here's one here, and probably most people have never seen it. It's titanium and carbon fiber, and it's lovely. This is an XH Outdoors knife, a wee Tanto, little small knife. But my goodness, is it a great wee knife. It's in VG10. Again, it's got everything the modern knives have, but at a button of the price from AliExpress. Just a beautiful HX Outdoors. And their steels were checked. They're pretty good. I'm looking here. Killen, how are you? From the Netherlands. You're very, very welcome. So yeah, I've been going through old knives. This was Jeff. This was my Grail knife, as everybody knows who's been about me. Still my favourite knife. Strangely enough, nothing's ever budged it off. It's still a great user. 20 years old, and it's still going strong. And it'll still go as strong as these knives that are out now. And what else have I got here? I was just looking. Here's another wee knife that much maligned. A wee San Remo. Look at that. Tiny wee. You could call it any knife, but for me, it'll do me a whole day. It's about a 2.5-inch blade. But it's got one of the best axis locks that's not an axis lock, if you know what I mean. San Remo, it's aluminium, it weighs nothing. I was plucking through all the knives, and that's when I decided to do the video. Sister decorating your bedroom at the minute. Well, that's really good. I don't have any sisters, and my brothers don't decorate. It's really a lion steel HR. See, I'm not sure on that. I like the haircut. John, I've no choice. Sally got me with a razor, and she took a big ball pat, so she had to cut the rest. Yeah, I mean, I like my wee budget knives. Look, I also like, you know, there's another budget knife that I loved. Look at that blade. That was one of the early Tucsons. What a beautiful knife. I just love that. It's a compound grind, but it is just gorgeous. And you can sharpen it in the wee Spyderco or the Lansky rods. They're great. I've got that knife in my hand. It's just a cracker, isn't it? It's just a cracker, all titanium. And sort of in the 3 odd years that I've been about, have knives changed a lot? There's just more of them. I just find there's so many, and I can't pick. I sit and look. My 940 has a full. Patina used it so much. Yeah, the knives that come out now, there's just so many of them. Them channels that can afford to throw them up, I watch them all too, but it's very rarely these days that I get something that really makes me think, oh, I really want to save up for that. Unless it's like, my Medford, well, I got the money for that. But other more expensive knives, my GECs, they're the ones I like to save up for now and get them. I don't find it. You see the recurves, if you've got a stick, just don't let them go blunt. Just keep sharpening them each day when you come home and give them a sharp on the rods. They're dead easy to keep. This is razor sharp. It has been for years. But I don't sort of hard use it that it goes completely blunt. Some of the folders are just, and they tend to look the same. Every couple of months they come out with the same sort of pattern again. And I just can't... Something not too expensive, nice and simple, traditional slip joint would be great. Probably either wood or micarta. I don't know whether you've tried the Brother knives that I recommend regular. I think they're smashing value. Brother knives. The Rough Rider, you know that I do. I'm trying to see if we've got a Brother. Oh, here's a Brother knife here. I don't know whether you've seen these. This is in bone and it's in VG10. This is a Brother knife, lovely white bone, and you can get them in. There's a couple of other creations that come in, but the white bone one is absolutely. Look at that Warncliffe. It's absolutely beautiful. About 30 quid. About 30 quid. There we go. Yes, I got it. Yes, I got it as well. Good knife. Love me other copies from China. Yeah, I mean, I love. I got most of my knives when I started was Chinese knives. So I mean, and the ones that I like, I still have, like the big Ganzo PM2. Well, it's not a copy because the Ganzo doesn't have an axis lock. So, but it is a looky likey. I'll give it that. But it's a great big working knife in 440C, which I love as a steel. Easy to sharpen, and I like at the end of the day. VG10 and Rough Rider. Yes, I've had the Rough Rider and VG10. Where's the wee Rough Rider? I must get it out and show you if you haven't seen it. It's a lovely wee knife. I mean, where is it? I know I have one in here somewhere. Excuse me. I'm just going to pull this forward a wee bit. Don't want to wreck everything. Where is my wee VG10 Rough Rider? Oh, there it is there. Oh! Sorry, that's me. Clumsy Paddy. There's the wee VG10. Aluminium handle and VG10 on the blade there. Absolutely lovely knife. Absolutely. About £30. I mean, they're a lot cheaper in the States, probably $20. But absolutely lovely. It's not particularly traditional. The pattern is, but aluminium. But I like the way they made the effort of doing like a wee blue bolster. Great wee knife, absolutely. And I cup tested this. The VG10 is really good on it. Hello, John's Life. Nice to see you. I'm not too sure. I don't know. Killing 940. I've lost the track here. I got the Ganzo too. Yes, I do love my Ganzos. That's what started this today. I got this one out, and I haven't had this. This looks like the wee Protect, you know what I mean? But this is a wee Ganzo, one of their earlier ones. Again in 440C. The carbon fiber is rubbish. It's very slippy. But because of the contours of the knife, I get a full 4 fingers. Just a joy. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Slick Slice, there's no patent trademark issues. I don't care about trademark issues. I just buy what's in the shops. If it's in the shop, I can buy it. I have no worries. Oh, Rooster, I was thinking about something nice and traditional. I would love a GEC. Oh, definitely. GECs are just that's my joy at the minute is the GECs. And this is one of the here we go. Here's one of the first ones that I got. And if you want a knife that you can take and do a day's work with, you know, I'm talking about an average. Just it's the American Jack, the number 78. I got the spear point in this. What a working knife. This is well patinaed. This is used for everything, for cutting mistakes up, for anything, cutting boxes up. Absolutely love that knife. Takes a screaming edge, $10.95. But you can get them in the secondary market. Definitely over in America, better than over here. They're really hard to get over here. Although I have a GEC pimp over here who gets them for me. This live stream seems to be good. It doesn't seem to be breaking up as much as it was on my phone. Am I right in saying that? Jay Clarkson, I saw the cut that's not VG10. Yeah, it cut really, really well. And you'd get 3 blades. It was a Stockman, 3 blades. You'd never wear that out in a day. I just picked up the Dixie Stockman Canvas micarta. Oh, lovely. That is a really good deal. Funny, I got the Canvas, and I'm still not sure whether I'm a Canvas. I love Canvas micarta and everything, but I got the, what's this? I can't remember what designation this is. The 93 GEC in Canvas micarta. That's a natural Canvas micarta. Beautiful big knife, great big work knife. And I'm warming to the micarta. At first, I don't know, it didn't look so traditional to me, and I wasn't sure whether it was going. I'm warming to it, I have to say. I've started to use it and carry it more now, but it's a great big work knife. Lamic are made in the USA, and they source from Italy. Yeah, I've had a few Italy knives at the minute that have been really good. Just recently, 2 of the best knives that I have, and they're modern traditional. From Italy, this one is this is a Collector Knives Viper, and it's in Canvas micarta, and I can accept it in this, funny enough, more than the GEC. But this is a beautiful knife, lovely big Warncliffe again, gorgeous knife. M390 blade steel on it, you know what I mean? And at a price, they're about what, 120, 130 quid for M390. That's a. Here's another one. This was even cheaper. This is MKM knives. This is the Selena. I've just got recently and done the review on it. It's got micarta handles. This is the smooth micarta, the linen, with titanium M390. This one is £114 on Heine. I just think that's fantastic value for a UK legal knife. No, Tony, I never get tired of slippies. I'm buying more slippies now than I'm buying normal knives because, you know, you can only have so many. Well, for me, because I like to use, when I say use them, Tony, you know what I mean. It's just, I use them whenever I'm cutting a steak up or cutting a box up, cutting a cereal box. I mean, I just love my older knives when I first came around, the 940 was one of the knives you had to have. The PM2, which you've got in there, you had to have. The ZT 450 you had to have. So, I mean, I was really fortunate. I was gifted so many knives to get me started. And these it's very hard to replace the older knives because they're so good. They're just genuinely good knives. They stood the test of time. They drop shot if you want them to drop shot. Jones Life, wish Western Cutlery was still around. They were better than Case. Never had a Western Cutlery. I quite envy the knives that you can buy on the secondary market over there. And that's the Pioneer 24 meters. Yeah. So, yes, there's a dealer in the UK. It's the only GEC dealer, and I'm in talks with them. Well, I'm not in talks with them. We're contacting each other now So I'm going to see how he is, and then I can maybe promote him. Once I find out who he is and what he's doing, I think I'll promote him on the channel for those in the UK or, in fact, Europe that want GEC knives. So you'll hear of that in the next week. Depending on to get the used one shipped from the US. Yeah. So that will be coming shortly. If you look out for that this week, I actually was meant to be talking to him on Friday, but it didn't come together. So that will be shortly. That will be shortly. What have you got coming? Anybody got anything nice coming? And Tony, how many nice things have you got coming? And Slick Slicers, have you anything nice coming? I'd be happy with just one GEC knife that I really like. Well, Gert, I have a boy in the UK that he picks up second-hand GEC knives for me, and he doesn't rip the hand out of you. If he has one offered to me that I'm not particularly keen on, I'll give you a shout. I'll send you an email, and if you send me your email, I'll send you an email with what the knife is and see if you want it. So we could maybe do it that way. Blade banter. Ah, hello. How are you, mate? Nice to see you, David. Yeah, okay, Kirsch's not playing in the lane for being the same company. You have a Shamwari, but they can't get it out to send it. But I can't get out to send it. John's life, rather beat up or W49 this blade carbon steel takes a razor's edge. Carbon steel is great for taking an edge. Yes, Kurt, we'll keep in contact. And if I get one, I'll certainly let you know if I'm not taking it. SHVC, there's a name I don't know. Well, you're very welcome. It's nice to see you here. I hope you're on the YouTubes as well, and we'll get to know you. Pete, how you doing? Have you had any experience with Flightanium scales? Yes, I have. Funny, there's a knife we were just talking about. Oh, here it is. I've only ever bought one set of scales, and that was for my PM2, and this was Flightanium. But now, these are aluminium, and it's for the one-sided. You just buy them in what side you want them. And I bought it because I never found the PM2 a comfortable knife. You know, especially if you were doing some work with it. Always found it rough. Didn't like it. So I got the Flightanium scales for this. I got these from Heine Haynes over in the UK. I don't know where you live. Absolutely made the PM2 such a lovely knife. It's so much more comfortable now. And I can work all day without having to put a pair of gloves on. Beautiful knife. And the scales fit perfectly. And there's another wee tip for those of you who maybe don't have a lot of money. Look at that beautiful, that's a titanium clip. It cost £3 from AliExpress. Took about 8 weeks, maybe even more to get here. But for £3, gee, you couldn't beat that. Anodized titanium clip. My chat is messing up. You sure that's not just a drink, Tony? Hopefully this is not going to go on me. My bench made 940. All right. I see. I'm definitely I'm a 940. I love the aluminium scales, the green aluminium. I just love these. I have to say, I've not felt the urge to change them. I just think they're comfortable. I like the feel of aluminium. Too early. Got my coffee. What time is it in California, Tony? Must be pretty early in the morning. Stephen Shipley, 6 years. I'm surprised SOG is getting better. Do you know, David, I hear you see you talking about SOG. I really do fancy trying SOG again and getting a SOG knife. Slick Slicers gave me one. It was an old SOG. It was the UK friendly one. And I took it apart one day to clean it and do it all up, and I can't get it back together again. So I'm going to send it to Al. He's good at putting knives together over at UK Legal Carry. I'm going to send it to him. I can't get it back together again at all. There's loads of wee stock pins and things like that in my fingers. I just shake and it goes. Alex, you're in California too. 7 off. That's halfway through the day. It's not early at all. It's 9:41 again. Nearly lunchtime, for goodness sake. I thought you were all up really early. The XR, that's the one that I'm talking about, David. I really quite fancy that Axis Lock one. Really do. It looks like a lovely knife. And out of all the ones that are about at the minute, it's the ones like SOG who are starting to bring knives back in again, but they're reasonable prices. They're not going over the top and looking silly money for them. That's the sort of knives that I'm looking for at the minute. I'm just the high end ones. Yes, if one comes along that I really want, I can save for, but I'm not really in the saving mood at the minute. I think last year I fulfilled that urge to get expensive knives, and the ones that I've got, I love. So I'm out of that at the moment. Opinion on Chris Reeves knives. Well, here's something I'm going to tell you that I haven't told anybody yet. I have, well, maybe I haven't, I'm not sure. Anyway, one of my subs knew that I wanted, I reviewed Chris Reeves knives from one of my other subs in the pass around group. And I said I always wanted a Chris Reeves, but I wanted the smaller one, the Insingo, the small. And he said he had one in the house. He just got it in the trade. It was a bit small for his hand. He didn't pay a whole lot for it because it was used. And he would do a trade with me. Well, we done the trade. And thankfully, he got the knives I sent him. I made it up with 3 knives, which wasn't the price of a Chris Reeves. He was very generous, I'll have to say that. Straight off the bat, he was very generous. But he sent it to his. It got into London Monday of last week, and I still haven't got it in Northern Ireland. So I don't know whether customs have got it or it's just the postal service has been horrendous here. So I'm going to have my very own Chris Reeves knives. Did you ever? And it's just, I'm just again blessed by a sub who done a smashing trade with me, and I can't wait to get it. I just cannot wait to get it. It's been a week now in this country, and I still haven't got it. And usually, if it's customs, they'll send you a letter saying it's here, give us so much money, and we'll get it through. But I'll just have to be patient, I suppose, which is not one of my best things. Being patient. The wizard is it. Al is a wizard at this. He really is, John. He really is a wizard at it. Al took it to bits before and got it back together. Yes, I'm sure he really doesn't want it back again, but he's going to get it. So, Chris Reeves knives gained a lot of appreciation once I disassembled it. Yeah, I mean, I haven't disassembled one. I will do in this one because it's been used and there's snail trails on it. And I'm sort of glad mine's like that because it means I'll just go straight ahead and use it. A lot of my dear ones I get and think, will I use it, will I not? But this will just be getting used. And one of the ones I haven't talked about for a day or two yet, this Spidey Chef is a stupid price for a knife, especially over here in the UK. It was about £275. I don't regret buying this for a minute. I absolutely, for a plain knife, it's thin, just a plain knife to cost that much. But oh my goodness, that LC200, and it sharpens up a treat. It really is. And I've got better kitchen knives, but I use this daily. It's just a joy. Absolutely love it. Best Buy, I think, one of the best buys I bought last year. Rough Rooster. Oh. After a small Sabenza. Well, I've got that single coming, and once I've had a play with it and used it a bit, I'll put it in the pass around group so you'll get to see it. Or get to hold it anyway. We'll try one of Rough Rider knives you recommended. Killen, honestly, you genuinely can't go wrong. There's a canoe there. We Rough Rider canoe in micarta, linen micarta. It's got, this one is part of the series. It's got carbon steel and it's titanium coated blades. This takes an edge like you wouldn't believe. It is an absolute joy to do work with. And you've obviously got it's a 2-bladed canoe. Beautiful knife. I can't fault it at all. Let me just see if I can get that up. Look at that. I mean, they don't all come perfect, but they all come well put together, if that makes any sense. And for the price you're paying, don't have a. Doesn't Heine Haynes have a CRK? No, they don't do CRK at all. They don't do CRK. There's one dealer, I believe, in the UK that actually sells CRK. Unless there's dealers that buy. Maybe Heine Haynes in the past would buy one from another company to sell. They'll maybe buy one from the States, but they don't have a dealing with CRK, if that makes any sense. It's like they don't have a dealing with, what do you call my expensive knife? Oh, it's completely gone in my head. They would buy knives from dealers rather than the companies if they can't get them. Yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be here this week. Does Rough Rider carbon steel patina well? I don't know, because the only carbon ones I have are titanium coated. I haven't got any, and I think they do them. I don't think I have any that are just the straight carbon fiber. Their titanium coating on it is absolutely great. How's Rough Rider carbon steel? That was good. Trying to keep up with these. Read back. Yeah, I'll have to say Heine Haynes. I know I keep promoting them, but they've been really good to me. And they're a company that's just been taken. The employees bought over the company about 2 months ago, and that was a big step for them to do. And then you got this coronavirus thing, but it's actually benefited them. They've had a really busy couple of months, and when you've just bought something like a business, it's great to be busy. So I wish them all the best. It's anybody that takes a jump to buy a business like knives in the UK has got bigger kazunas than I have. Let's be honest, they really have bigger kazunas. It would take a nice patina on a traditional anyway. Kurt, I'm absolutely sure they do them. They don't do many. Most of theirs are just 440A. But it's worth having a look. Go back and have a look. If I see any, I'll let you know. Framer custom, that's it. I can never remember. Knives and tools. I didn't know Knives and Tools done them. Now there you go. There's another one. Interesting self-serving, but QSP is a new slip joint. The Falcon. Well, let me tell you, I will be buying the new slip joint if it's UK legal. But if it's one of these ones that recently just been brought out, that are not UK legal, it's no interest to me, to be honest. But I hope it is. I actually have a QSP Penguin on back order in Heine, so hopefully it'll be coming soon. That will be my first QSP I've got to review, so I'm looking forward to that. John's like, I'm getting some Rough Riders. I had one of their doors, but had to return it. After taking nasty loose ends about me get myself. Yeah, look, the thing is with Rough Rider, they back them up, they stand behind them, so I think they're guaranteed for life, although I don't think that the likes of Heine or the UK companies guarantee them for life. But if you've just bought them and they come apart, no problem getting them changed. No problem. Hi, Paddy. Looking for a good slip joint EDC here in NI. Oh, right. Thinking of brand. Don't want to spend over £50 in case it gets taken off me. One-handed opener, please. I can give you the answer to that straight away because I've just got it. I've just done a review on this. This is the Boker one-handed slip joint, UK legal, completely UK legal, big forward choil. You couldn't close it on yourself if you tried. An absolute screamer, 440C. I think it's £49 on Heine, but then you take about £3 off with a discount code. That's usually down the description of all my videos. So you're getting it for about 46 quid. Absolute bargain. Well, not a bargain, but it's a really good knife for that price. Really good. What makes it not legal in UK? The cutting edge of the blade, David, has to be under 3 inches. So just the cutting edge itself has to be under 3 inches. And that makes it legal. But over here, this is under 3 inches, but the whole blade is just over 3. And it's up to the policeman at the time who stops you. So it's nanny state gone mad. It really has. It annoys the life out of me. Ceramic, in my opinion. No, I do like my ceramic stones, I'll have to say. I'm not Arkansas, I'm not rough. Oh, sorry, you're talking to Rough Rooster. Have you had any diamond stones wear out? Yes, plenty. The cheaper ones you buy will wear out really quite quickly. DMT last a good amount of time, I have to say. DMT are very good. You get a good stone that's fairly well covered. Rough Rooster again is probably the better person than me. I'm a handyman sharpener. I like doing all my own stuff. I love sharpening a knife. I don't always get the best grinds in the world, but I get it sharp, and that's all that matters. I enjoy doing it. I bought 2 QSP workers, one from the office. There's a seaman cut himself. I modelled a full-size Ford Peasant by regrinding the blade down to slightly shorter and made my own Hawthorne shield. Yes, absolutely beautiful it is too. Absolutely gorgeous. Doesn't the one-hand opening come into play too? No, it can be one-hand opening. It's just that blade length is the only thing that's about it. The blade length's the only thing. There is a law. Slick Slicers is going to put the number of the document. He knows I don't know anything. Look, sometimes I've been known to be naughty, and that's all I'm going to say. But I'm an old fart, so nobody bothers. They see me hobbling down the street, they don't really care. And I've never been arrested for anything in my life, so can't see me starting now. Street fighting with knives is sort of out now. I'm giving it up. I love the big belly. I thought you were going to say you love the big belly in me. I love the big belly in that poker. Would that be a spear point? It would be. You could call it a spear point. I would sort of more think of a drop point, but it's one of those either or. You can call it whatever you want. It spear point. It's slightly off, but it looks much like it. What's it matter? It looks good. It looks good. It cuts good. Really good. 440C, and it seems to be really well heat treated. Now I've oiled the scales. Oh, that's good. And anybody out there who does modding on their wee knives, especially the sort of cheaper end knives that you do and you make scales for, I love pictures on them. Gert sent me a picture of it. I love pictures. Send it to my. I must start putting my email down in the description, but you can always send it to me on Instagram. I'm on Instagram as well, and I love seeing the pictures of people's knives that they've modded and made good. Transferred present. Paul G. Auto or assisted opening? Auto assist opening. We're not allowed auto assist opening at all, which is a crying shame, an absolute crying shame. Look, I can't understand what the difference is. I mean, let me just show. This is my comparison that I show all the time. Well, maybe not with the, but here you are. I can carry that legally, right? Big chunky knife. I can't carry that Spyderco man bug. I can't carry that man bug legally in the UK. And yet, look, there's another one here. I can carry this one here. Look at that daggery type knife, and I can't carry a man bug. Carry this, not the man bug. Tell me who makes that rule up, because I just can't get it. Flippers might be dubious now. Thumb studs are specifically allowed. Well, Heine Haynes won't even sell flipper knives anymore. They're not ordering them in anymore. So the law is obviously being adhered to. There's William. There's my son, William. I'm telling you, there's a character if you ever want to. He's doing his bit for the country, though. He's a Pizza Hut delivery man. Essential services here in Northern Ireland. He's doing his bit. Bless him. I don't get the US laws. I can get into trouble over an auto knife, but a 9-inch boy is fine. Again, it doesn't matter what laws you are. Once you make a prohibitive law, it has to make sense, surely. And as you say, you can carry a 9-inch boy, but not a flick knife or an auto knife. What's the point? I mean, and what annoys me more is that, say, knife crime is on the up, but penknife crime isn't on the way up. Most of over here in the UK, that you ever see a stabbing or something that's happened, it's been a kitchen knife. Nobody runs into the house to get a £200 or a $200 pen knife to go out in the street with. Most of the times it's kitchen knives or that gets me into the whole subject I get annoyed about. The Heiner Booker Plus Rocket looks pretty interesting. Booker Plus, I haven't even seen that yet, or if I have, I can't remember it. David, I can never keep up. Legislature love passing laws about things they only peripherally familiar with. That's the truth. They hear a knife opens by itself and they say, yeah, I mean, that's it. It's just, I just think they're bored in a wee office and they think they're going to get, well, if you mention knives and blocking knives out, most of the community who are frightened of knives because of the news, not because of what they've seen or has happened to them, they're frightened of it because of the news, then just jump on the bandwagon and vote for that MP because he cares about their welfare. It's a lot of tripe. I mean, I've never drawn a knife in anger in my life. Never. And I don't see any reason why I could have that in my pocket, get into a fight and lose a fight. I'm not pulling a knife out over a fight. There's no way. Not pulling a knife out. 9 times out of 10, I'll end up getting it taken off me, I'm sure, now at my age. It's different when I was 20, but now it would get taken off being used on me. Using days for 100,000. Yeah, of course it has. I mean, people are saying banning knives, then they're going home, getting a kitchen knife, cutting their dinner up, not even realizing that kitchen knife they're using is the one that's most commonly used in street fights. Right, that's it. No more talking about knives. No more talking about stabbing with knives. I'm trying to stuff box cutters. Not sure where that is. There's lots of. I love it when there's conversations going on in that live chat there. Absolutely love it, and I'm so pleased that doing this on the computer is the new thing now. So I'll do this more often. The only reason I wasn't doing it was that my phone just kept staggering, stuttering. This seems to be a much better forum, so I'm definitely going to do that. Cheerio, Rough Rooster. Thank you very much for joining. I really, really appreciate it. There's a great channel. If you want to learn how to sharpen knife, Rust Rooster Knife Sharpening. I've been watching him recently. Great channel. Explains what he's doing. That's what matters. So give him a shout. Please give him a shout. I'll give you a shout out this week in one of my videos that I'm going to do this week. I've got a temper. Never found the need for a weapon in anger. I'd lose a fight with a boy. Exactly. Meet Cheerio, Jock of Age. It's really nice of you to come along. I appreciate it. Take care. Gert, what are your favourite, most patinaed worn knives you have? To be honest with you, it'll be my GEC. There's a lovely, I don't know whether you can see it with this screen. I've also got a lot of, well, not a lot, but I have bushcrafted knives which are in 1095 and carbon steels that are really patina because I've had them for years. I have so many knives now that you have your favourites that you bring out and use a lot, but the rest only get carried in my pocket. Like Sally's next door, so I can't say out loud, but she knows. I have about 150 plus knives. So I don't use a knife enough most of the time to get patina. But I do love patina on a knife, and I would never stop it. Look, I don't even oil my GEC knives. I'm quite happy for them to patina. I don't live in um, I live in a wet area, but not a moist wet. The house is never wet, if you know it. That doesn't sound right, but you know what I mean. But anyway, I just wipe them down with a cloth after I use them. I don't oil them, but that's the one that I use probably the most for eating a steak or things like that. Now let's have a wee read in here. My pleasure. Sorry, late to the ball. Just in. Hello, nice pleasures. How you doing? Nice to see you, Paul. Just been sorting your giveaway. Oh, damn! That's the thought. That's why I meant to do it yesterday. I had put a giveaway up about 2 weeks ago. If you've entered it, I just forgot completely all about it. It's for a poker knife and a Rough Rider, the Senator. So I will do it tomorrow. Promise. I will do the drawing. I haven't even drawn it, so I'll do the drawing tomorrow. I'll do it live on air. Or will I? No, I can't do it live on air. I'll do the thing and then I'll put all the gubbins up tomorrow. So I apologize if you entered that. It was about 2 weeks ago. It was just a giveaway for no particular reason. So I'll do that tomorrow. If you're not in, go and do it now on the channel because I haven't even stopped it yet. I might need to refresh the page or start the app. Okay, I can suddenly see my own messages, no one else's. Oops. I can switch. The GE stay is still one of our favourite patterns in your collection. Rhino, look, they're just lovely. I'm absolutely falling in love with them. But now I think I've got 9. I've got 9 of them, I think. And that's plenty. What I might do is now replace some of the 2-bladed ones. I'm not really keen on 2-bladed. There's a couple of 2-bladed ones that what I might do is swap for something else that I want on a single blade. So that's probably the way I'm going to go. I don't need that many more. But how many times have you heard me saying that? If you've been around for 3 years. Jonas Life. Here's a photo here. I have a 2-3 photograph. Right there's the algae, surface rust. I've had a couple of wee spots maybe, but there are knives that I've used and not wiped down properly. And a quick wipe off and it takes them away. We're quite lucky here with that. I should get rid of Randy Johnson. But Randy Johnson, I used to love him. I wish he would get back. He's made a couple of wee videos over the last year. But yes, I like listening to him talking about knives. Probably one of the ones that I would have watched that turned me on to GEC and higher end slip joints. Look, I love my Rough Riders and I still use them and I still carry them as a secondary knife. But when I'm going out somewhere, down the town, I'll take a nice, because for me, it's nice if I meet somebody outside that I have a nice knife on me. And that's just, what do you call that? Pride. I like having it because everybody knows I like knives. So there we go. That's the reason. No more. Not that it works any better than a Rough Rider. Yeah, there you go. That's the way it is. I've just ordered the Booker Barlow Classic Berg Edition. Can't wait to get it. I have a wee Booker Barlow. This was one of my first more expensive slip joints. The wee Booker. Absolutely beautiful. The wee Barlow. There you go. That is a gorgeous knife. Costs about £60, I think. 50 or £60. That was my first expensive one. And this is in 440C too. Booker's 440C, which is a great blade. I wish more slip joints were in 440C, to be honest with you. I mean, I like 1095, it's all right, but I don't want it in all my knives. That is lovely. Really gorgeous. The fit and finish is GEC standard for half the price. And that's the truth. Now, the only thing that I would say is the blades are not as pretty as a GEC. Let me just show you the difference. Here we go. Here's my Grail GEC, my Tom's Choice. I just want you to look at the blades. If you can see, the swedges and long pulls on the GEC are much nicer. They are nicer blades. But as far as function goes and as far as using goes, this Booker is an absolute gem of a knife. Highly recommend them. And if you've got a booker coming in a slip joint, you're in for a treat. Gorgeous knife. That's a very good edition. Has a black blade. Very nice. I don't have any traditionals with black blade. I'm saying that, and I have a titanium finished Rough Rider, so it looks good. I have to say, it looks good. It looks good. Nice, Stefan Huron. Hello, Stefan. How you doing? I have the same Booker Barlow. Yeah, I'd highly recommend that Barlow from Booker. If you want to get into a higher end, when you're moving up from Rough Rider and you want to get a higher end, that Booker Barlow is an excellent knife. Yeah, exactly, Tony. The 440 in a slip joint is absolutely amazing. I think it's a great steel. That wee knife just sharpens up on a strop. I don't think, from I put my original edge on that wee knife, which was a couple of years ago, I have stopped it. I've never had to sharpen it again. It just drops. Now, bear in mind again, I don't overuse most of my knives because I've so many, I never get around to doing it. But for a day's work, 440C, as you know, is good. It's as good as any. Now, yep, only strop it. Yeah, definitely, it just drops a treat. Well, look, folks, I'm going to head on. It's been a joy talking to you. It's really made my Sunday afternoon, lifted my spirits, which is something we all need when we're all locked down. Love and best wishes to all. I hope you are getting out a wee bit more than I am. I am going to... I'm not going to do another video today. This will do as the video for today. I'll let this go up, and people, can watch the after of it. Take care, everybody. Paddy's away. I have a wee cup of tea that's been sitting there all the time, and I haven't even had a drink of it. Once again, thank you so much for joining in. Really, really appreciate it. Now, I've got to find out how to stop this. Ends stream. Okay, I'm going to press the button. Take care, everybody. See you very shortly with another video. God bless you all. Are you sure you want to end the stream? Bye.